Welcome back to the Retro Sports Gamer channel. It's happening. NBA Live 96 on the Game Boy. Freshly picked up from Video Games Then and Now. Doubt it's worth the $7 that I paid for it, but we'll see how NBA Live is on the Game Boy. I can't say I've ever played NBA Live on a Game Boy. My first experience with it was on a PC at my cousin's house. The first time I played an NBA Live game, I remember using Grant Hill going down the diagonal court. So we're going to see how it is here. This is one of the loudest games as far as the game volume that I've heard in a long time. I had to turn the decibels way down on the OBS, and I have the TV volume on 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if you could hear it double at some point because it's pretty loud. So we're just gonna play on starter and just see how this goes. Houston or Orlando was, of course, was it 94-95 finals? I want to say yes. So we'll keep it. I guess it'll be the Magic. Orlando versus Houston. And we're off. We'll see how this one is. Playing on the GameCube, Game Boy Advance player. I bought it before it was hundreds of dollars. That's right. Oh boy, Game Boy, says Riley. I was wearing a Game Boy shirt the one day, and the young kid down the block, the neighbor, I think he's 9, 10 years old, he recognized it, and then he showed me his Game Boy Color. So I brought out my games to show him, and he found I had a double Super Mario Land. I gave it to him. But then the next time, oof, wow. This is really something. So I have the ball right now in the red, but yeah, so the next time I seen him, he asked me to take my Game Boy games out again. And he's like, well, which one don't you like the least? He's looking to give me, he wanted me to give him another game. Like, you could sit here and play them, but I'm keeping the rest of these games. Rockets ball covered like a blueberry. Yeah, so the Rockets have the ball. They're in white. The frame rate is really rough. I am surprised, though, that it does look like NBA Live. There's not much sound going when you're on the court. And you have some lines coming through the players when there's a lot of people on the screen. And if this is how it plays on the GameCube, Game Boy player, then I can't imagine how it looks on the actual system. So this is what's it called? 3-minute quarters. We'll see how long this quarter lasts. With Game Boy, you never know. There are some gems on Game Boy, especially if you have the Super Game Boy or the Game Boy player on the GameCube, where you can experience them on your TV. You can get some nice retro gaming out of some of those games, but I can tell you very early on in this one that this is not one of them. This is one that they should have never came out with on this system. It is way too slow. I think they were trying to achieve some technical achievements on the Game Boy Color. I think one of the games that was supposed to come out was the original Resident Evil or Resident Evil 2. So they were trying to make it happen. Man. I don't think it ever came out. I think there's a playable version of a ROM. So I don't know if I've scored yet. The rebounds are 3-3. It would be nice if they flash the score every once in a while. I bought a silver Yeti mic and the computer didn't recognize it. Neither did the Mac I have. Wow, 4-0 first quarter. I didn't think I scored. Why Orlando's in the red, I don't know. But then again, there weren't really colors on the Game Boy, so they're just filling them in with whatever. If you're sticking with me to watch this, I appreciate it. 10-second violation. Because this isn't live on Game Boy, yep. One thing I still have to do, I have 2 copies of Tecmo Bowl. The idea was that my brother was going to play me in Tecmo Bowl. I have a link cable. That would be pretty fun to do. And the Tecmo Bowl game really does play well. It plays like Tecmo Bowl on the NES. That's a good Game Boy game. This one is like, why did you even come out with it? So when I went to the video game store, I noticed that they had quite a few Nintendo games in stock, which has not been the norm. So I don't know if the market is going down and it's a buyer's market now or what. But I got 2 games that I didn't have in really good condition. And I was happy to see the prices. I got the original Pinball for $4.99 and Bubble Bobble for $19.99. I thought Bubble Bobble at one point was like a $50 game. But yeah, they had 2 of them for 20 bucks, both in good condition. Picked it up. That's a fun 2-player game. Go through the levels. The Slick 93, King of Fighters 95, he says is his favorite on the Game Boy. So we picked up a Sing Party game and a Just Dance 2014 Kids for the Wii U. Played them with both with my daughter tonight, and also wanted to play them to see how they would do on the MXG bus. I think the Sing Party game would be really fun on the outside of the bus on the Wii U. So just looking on different things I could do with the bus when I'm at parties. Oh, finally scored. Well, they had an N64 at the Video Games Then and Now in Hardwood Heights. They're not cheap right now, though. I think it was like $119.99, if I'm not mistaken. Because for the longest, I wanted to get a second one. I don't really need it, though. My original works fine. Just to have it at another spot in my basement, but for that price, I'm not going to do it. The best price I got an N64 was at a rummage sale in Evanston. That was the best deal I probably ever got in retro gaming. I got an N64, Mario Kart 64, and 2 controllers for $5. $5. And this wasn't that long ago. I mean, we're probably talking like 6 or 7 years ago. What's up, Alex? How's it going? Alright, end of the first half. Penny Hardaway's got those 2 points. Orlando not shooting well from the field. So after experiencing this, I will be more selective what I spend my money on when it comes to Game Boy. I can say like probably Atari Basketball is better, more fun than this. Sure, this has got 5-on-5, but as slow as it moves, it's not really worth it. Yeah, but I guess 120 bucks is the going rate. I like this store because they really look at the true market value, and sometimes they're super low in stock on certain systems. But I think we might have hit the point where regular Nintendo games are on the decline as far as the price, because I haven't seen that many games in there and those prices for a long time. Well, if you're like a 2000 or even a 90s baby, this is what we had to deal with when it came to portable games before Nintendo's later systems and the PSP. Pretty brutal. The NBA Jam is much more playable with just a 2-on-2. People Play Games has been out of business for probably like 5 years already. The one on Clark Street. Yeah, that one had a good inventory when it was in business. No, Deontay, I don't think this is a great game. In the white is Houston. Orlando, I am in the red. Even the computer doesn't score that much. But with what I saw tonight, I'm optimistic that some of the games will come down in price as people get sick of collecting them, because they're usually pretty low on stock with the Nintendo games. Another game I bought for 35 bucks, maybe I didn't need to spend this much, was on Super Mario Kart for Super Nintendo. It was in really good condition. I actually bought it at one point years ago for 40 bucks, but I gave it to my next door neighbor when it was his birthday. And I gave them a Super Nintendo a little bit before that, one of the reproduction ones. But that was one of the games I had the least attachment to. I remember playing it at a friend's house a block down Elmwood when I was younger. His name was Mike Kunovich. I have no idea what he's doing now. Lost touch with him many years ago. Family moved away out of Berwyn. Probably in the late 90s, early 2000s. And even when I had Facebook, I'd never seen the guy pop up on there. You want me to make a comeback? I think I scored 4 points in that quarter. Here we go. Trying. Getting better. Did that go in? Yes, it did. So the turbo button, I think, is start, which is Y on this controller. Had I known that earlier, it might have been better for me as far as scoring. When you pass the ball to a guy, you really don't know who has the ball. Going to the free throw line for the first time. This should be interesting. Not too bad. It's going to be a doinker. Oh, that had to have been Shaq. So if you could deal with how bad the frame rate is as the game has gone on, it feels a little bit more playable, surprisingly. Come on. You're right next to the hoop. Just throw it in. Come back. 14-10. Yeah, I think Super Mario Kart is on the Nintendo Switch service for Super Nintendo, which you can't. Oh, it's B to pass. Alex, just the working man. Keeping it flowing. Keeping that cash flow coming in. I get that rebound. All right, let's go. More rebounds for Orlando. Oh, man, that was aggressive. Higher scoring in WNBA? I have too. I've seen higher scoring in a grade school girls game. Gets the offensive rebound. 2-point game. Be nice to know how much time's on the clock. You don't know that either. Yeah, they got it on the Game Boy. What's up, Judah? AstroTurf in NBA? Never. Oh, that might be the dagger right there. They finally scored in this quarter. I have gotten better as the games went on. I think finding the turbo button has been the big thing for me, so I could just go and slam it. I guess I see what you're saying with the AstroTurf, the game, the green, the green court. Oh, Oh, they're hitting jumpers now. They really want me to lose. Weave through the players, go up to dunk or a layup. So I think I scored more in this quarter than the previous 3. But still gonna fall 2 points short. Oh, never mind. 5. I hit that 3 at the buzzer. Would I have come out with this back in the day? Maybe. I guess it was, once I got used to how horrible the frame rate was, it was kind of playable and resembles NBA Live a little bit. Kenny Smith, player of the game, probably hit that 3 at the end. Dr. J versus Bird, Jordan versus Bird. I think I have Jordan versus Bird on the NES. I think it was one of the carts I had trouble with getting started. So I don't think I'm going to play another one of this. I bought the game, I played it, I experienced it, I showcased it on the channel. I'm glad some people came to take a look at it, but yeah, you saw what it was. There was lines through the players when there was too many on the screen, and it just moved super slow. I'm going to find some better Game Boy games to play though, because I might as well take advantage of having this Game Boy player, which I can play Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy games on my GameCube and stream them like this. So I'll be on the lookout for those, because those are a lot of games that get missed, and maybe there's some gems. Plays the Raptors. Yeah, the Raptors, if they're in this, we'll look real quick. They would be the expansion team with the Grizzlies. Yep, they're in here. And they're 29th. 29th are pretty much the worst team in the game. But thanks for tuning in. I still got some stuff to do. Get that Griffey season finished. Got a best of 5 coming up. Tecmo Super Bowl on the PlayStation season with the Steelers will start up again at some point. And finish that Madden 2003 team breakdown. Yeah, I know, Alex. I wish I was on more. This one was kind of random. I could be on more. Just got to make a point to do it and experience one of these games. But I kind of go with basically whatever I have the interest in playing and doing. I just randomly went into the video game store tonight, and this was one of the sports games I picked up, so I said might as well play it on the channel. And we played it, we saw it, and it's not very good. The NFL draft, that's a good question. Those do take long and they're fun. They're usually easier for me to do in the winter just because it's so dark early and cold. There's like nothing to do. So I don't know. We'll see. I think I could start up a NBA draft, and those would be a quicker stream. So I did that once with NBA Inside Drive, and the first team we drafted won the championship. But anyways, thank you for watching the Retro Sports Gamer channel. Sometimes the streams have been few and far between, but we keep it flowing. We got Lumberjack Cracks and Slapshot Sean doing a lot on the channel lately. So thank you everyone for sticking around and watching the sports games we play, and we'll be back